Hello students, and welcome to this video lesson of Comprehension and Written Expression course, whereby I will consolidate this week's Nouns lecture. Accordingly, this video's contents are going to be covered as follows. For starters, I will begin by uncovering the grammatical aspects of English nouns, including its definition, identification, classification, and nominalization. Next, I'll close the gap between the use and usage of nouns by unlocking its semantic and syntactic aspects, before highlighting and enlisting the common errors of English nouns. And to conclude with, I will wrap up the contents of this video with a quick rehash to its key takeaways. So without further ado, let's get started. As regard for their meaning, nouns are defined as lexical units that name words such as objects, persons, concepts, or places, like illustrated in these examples. Now that you understand what do nouns refer to, let us move on next to their classification. Technically, nouns have overlapping features even though they belong to different categories. However, they can be classified as proper or common according to their reference, as abstract, concrete, or collective based on their nature, as simple or compound according to their morphological structure, and as countable or uncountable depending on our ability to count them. Please pause the video and check the chart for further details about these types, and make sure to scrutinize the examples in the upcoming slide for a more tangible distinction between these types. Given your current comprehension of these fundamentals about nouns, it's worth bringing to your attention that, in terms of quantity, nouns are the most frequently used part of speech in English. However, in terms of quality, it's important to familiarize yourself with their functions to communicate your message in writing more effectively. When it comes to the functions of nouns, you've probably guessed by now that their core function is to name or denote people, places, things, or abstract concepts. But nouns don't just carry meaning. They also play important roles in sentence structure. Syntactically, nouns can act as the subject, the object, or the complement of a sentence. The roles that fulfilled respectively as nouns can perform an action, receive it, add extra information, modify another noun, or show relationships like ownership. Now, aside from their role in the sentence, nouns also come with another important feature, number, which means deciding whether the noun refers to one thing or more than one, singular or plural. As we've already covered in the lecture hall, this is often as easy as adding an es, es, ives, or ies at the end of the word. But there are exceptions. Some nouns, especially those borrowed from other languages, keep their original plural forms, and others don't change at all. So when you're not sure, it's always a good idea to do a quick check. Speaking of check, I'd like to warn you with how tricky a compound noun can be, especially when a simple noun is modified by an adjective that might be mistaken for compound, like in the examples future career and social life. This is where checking the dictionary comes in handy again, to help you avoid possible pitfalls in your writing. Read through the following examples and take notes of the highlighted nouns to get familiar with how they're pluralized. And don't forget to refine the notes you took during last Monday's lecture as you follow along with this video lesson. With that out of the way, it's time to highlight the common mistakes you might overlook when using nouns in writing. As the list shows, there are 4 in total. 2 that can be corrected simply by identifying the type of noun you're using, a 3rd that needs learning spelling techniques, and a 4th that requires a more thorough review to find a clearer, more precise noun for the concept you're trying to express. As a final remark, I'd like to draw your attention to nominalization techniques that are the methods of turning other parts of speech into nouns by adding suffixes such as ants, ness, or meant. While this is useful, avoid overusing nominalizations, and whenever possible, try to use genuine, naturally occurring nouns.
That's all for today. By now, I hope you've gained a solid understanding of how to use nouns effectively in your writing. If you'd like some extra practice, feel free to check out the quick quiz linked below. Please make sure to log in as a guest until the technical issue of Moodle is resolved, as shown in the example provided. Until next time, stay curious and keep writing to keep improving.